Welcome to the All Sports Matter podcast. I am your boy JB. I'm back, as you can see, or you can call me Mr. WrestleMania because it is that weekend. But let's get right into it. I got my brothers with me. I know we starting a little early, but y'all got to jump in with us. Amir, Fleck, Mr. Baseball, Mr. Final Four. Y'all want to jump in here and say what's up to the people?
I know it's Friday, opening day was yesterday, but we are still celebrating. By we, I mean me, Mr. Baseball. We are celebrating baseball once again, but what's going on out there in the Facebook, YouTube land?
What's up, good people? Just making sure everybody in this thing, that's all.
Because we doing it how we do. Let's jump right into it. Fleck, you got the right name. That's what we going at right now. We got Final Four action popping off. Number one, I know nobody saw the men's bracket ending up the way it did. How do y'all see these next, 3 games panning out?
I'm all about the FAU at this point, right? I don't think anybody picked them. We're talking about UConn was kind of a favorite going to the tournament. They were hot. You know, I did expect them to go a little bit, not necessarily Final Four, but I wasn't surprised that they made a Final Four. The other 3 teams I am surprised at, being Miami and what's the Creighton? No, not Creighton.
Not Creighton. Who was it? You know what? It was
San Diego State? What are y'all talking about?
San Diego State, the Aztecs.
Bro.
Yes.
My bad. I was sitting here trying to share this to all the groups, man. I
was waiting for the statistician to come and jump right in.
I mean, honestly, nobody can blame you for not knowing the name of the team because nobody could actually foresee that team making it what they did. So,
I wish I was in South Florida right now. That's all I'm saying. With Miami down, you know, obviously in Miami and Florida Atlantic and Fort Lauderdale, they're only 45 minutes away. I guarantee you. That place is on and popping, as they say, and that's the place to be this weekend for the Final Four.
Both of those
Houston. But if you're going to party, why not do it in Miami this weekend?
Can you imagine if both of those teams win?
That's
wow. They play each other in the championship.
That won't be safe for nobody. I don't think that'll be real good. But yeah.
See you, Mr. Marshall.
Nobody care about the Braves, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. I said what I said. We're gonna talk about it a little bit.
So the question is, well, I guess we're just gonna straight to predictions. Who y'all got for the Final Four?
It's hard to pick against FAU right now, especially against San Diego State, who's a wild card themselves. You know what I mean? So. I'm kind of like you, Amir. I'm on this FAU bandwagon right now. I want to see these guys make some noise. And it just seems like Miami, UConn. It just seems like that one's a toss up for me. I think I'm gonna go with UConn though. I think it's gonna be FAU and UConn in the final.
Well, who you got, Amir?
I'm rooting the same way.
Same way.
No, I got not rooting because. I would never root for anything north of New York, i.e. Connecticut or Boston area. But if I had to choose, I do believe UConn and FAU will be in the final.
All right. Well, I see where y'all going with this. But y'all know me. Y'all know I like things in California for some reason. So I'm going with San Diego State and UConn.
I just thought it was crazy that obviously we don't know any, not any. We don't know many athletes coming out of Arizona State. San Diego State. And that Tony Gwynn is the all-time leading assist leader. That we went through that last week, and I thought that was insane.
That is insane.
Not Kawhi Leonard, not anybody else. We're talking about Tony Gwynn.
When you said that to us, I was I had to jump the gun and see who the hell it was.
I mean, you're a statistician, so you have Google on speed dial, so that's what you do.
Yeah, that's why I was upset, because I was trying to build the drama up to the answer, and then we all got to your defense though. We always have to wait hours for Rob to chime in. We get it. We love our brother who's not here with us today, but so I was like, I knew how to get the answer eventually. I just didn't expect you to just jump to your Google app and
right.
But I didn't say the answer.
He didn't.
I did not give the answer away.
You didn't.
Well, 50% of the room already know the answer. It's not as fun.
Well, I mean, we had to wait till midnight for Rob to chime in. I wasn't gonna wait. I was asleep.
Yeah, we did have to wait. I mean, I didn't know what it was, but then y'all sent the stuff, and it was like, all right, well.
Mr. Marshall said San Diego State, UConn in the men's finals.
A quick fun fact: I did go see Bound for Glory live at the Aztec Arena in San Diego State. Just want to throw that out there. Crazy, right? 2013 when I came back from Afghanistan.
Nice.
Just a fun fact.
Women's Final Four.
Yeah, let's moving along to the one that's gonna be real interesting. So you got Iowa and South Carolina and LSU and Virginia Tech. We all know Dawn Staley got them girls out there in South Carolina playing crazy. So the real question is who are South Carolina playing in the finals?
Not so fast, my friend. You cannot count Caitlin Clark out for Iowa.
Not at all.
You can't count her out, but she's
a freaking monster.
She is, but she's one person.
Women's Player of the Year, by the way.
She
Women's
is
Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. Only ever there's one 40-point triple-double in the history of men or women's
in college basketball.
NCAA tournament play.
Right.
And it's Miss Clark.
Okay.
All that being said, I still think South Carolina pulls out the win.
They're going to get it
done.
But
it's not going to be –
it ain't going to be an easy –
it's going to be a runway.
It ain't going to be an easy win.
Running away on everybody. I don't think Miss Clark – she's too competitive. I don't think she's going to let it get that far out of hand. But South Carolina, they are playing some crazy defense. As I was just looking at it, 34% opponents allowed on 2-point field goals.
Right. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see how they contain. And by contain, I mean 38 points containment of Caitlin Clark. Because the rest of Iowa is not that great.
Like you saying, Amir, the rest of Iowa ain't that great. So it could be a situation where, all right, you go get yours, but who else gonna do something? So you go score 38 points and y'all go have 39. So, all right.
And South Carolina got some big girls down low. They're going to use them fouls.
Right.
South Carolina, they can't do that. They can't say, okay, we're going to let Miss Clark get hers because she might mess around and go out for 60.
That'd be real ridiculous. And
if they say, hey, we're going to let you get yours and stop everybody else, she might go off for 60.
Say something. That'd be real ridiculous.
So please don't do that, South
Carolina. I'm here to see the entire thing. Go ahead and get your paper and do your thing. But anyway, are we in agreement that we feel like South Carolina is going to pull it out?
Yes.
So LSU and Virginia Tech.
I got LSU. There's only one team that's beaten LSU all season, and they beat them twice. Mm-hmm. And for their only 2 losses, I don't see anybody beating LSU but South Carolina. Mm-hmm. So I got another SEC final, and South Carolina will be the 10th women's team in the history of women's basketball to finish the season undefeated. My statistician can check behind me on that one. But, they'll be the 10th team to ever do it. And I think they'll finish undefeated. South Carolina will take it all. LSU will make it closer. I know the last game they played, they lost by 20. I don't see that. Maybe a 10 and 12 game type, but yeah, them South Carolina girls are just on a whole different level right now.
Yep. And I feel
I
like
mean,
I feel like LSU is looking for revenge. So I'm not saying it as a homer that I feel like they go get there. I think that they're trying to get revenge because, like you said, Amir, South Carolina has beaten them twice. So they feel like South Carolina got their number and they need to get their revenge and then get their get back. Now, will they beat them? I don't know, because Dawn got them girls playing out their mind, but I know they gonna do everything they can to try to get in there. So,
I would say that Texas.
Yeah, I'm picking LSU too, by the way, I guess.
yeah, I was waiting for you to chime in.
Well, I mean,
Texas,
I was about to.
Texas as a state this weekend is another party spot. Austin has the relays, which is the big deal. The women are playing in Dallas and the men are playing in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Like, plane tickets this weekend is going to be incredibly hard to get to in either Florida and or Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just go to my local bar like usual, watch the random game like I always do. But this time, no game should be on.
Yeah,
or watch a random lacrosse game.
That was crazy, but it was the #1 team of lacrosse, the Syracuse women, and they did their thing. Those were some feisty girls up there.
First of all, I'm gonna say
it was on the TV.
Look,
but I tried.
I'm gonna say it here, just like I said it last week. I don't understand lacrosse. Therefore, it is a fake game. It's not real.
All sports matter, sir. All sports matter.
It can't be. This is what we're advocating for, right? This is what we signed
up
for.
All sports matter, sir.
It's made up.
We're talking about women's basketball for the first time to lead off a show.
Hey.
So, we're getting there. All sports will matter.
Like I don't know who said it, Mr. Marshall. The girls are doing their thing.
Women's college basketball is.
I think especially with the men's side of things being, like unknowns, FAU, San Diego State, hell, even Miami at this point are virtual unknowns in the basketball sense.
So no,
in the college basketball sense. And then you got like these big names on the other side for the women. So yeah.
It's rightfully deserved, though. The women have been playing college basketball better than the men for a little bit, where their games have been more competitive, should I say, not playing better. Their games have been more competitive for a little bit now. People pay more attention to the women college than they do the men college basketball.
Well, okay, let's just say how it is. Women's college.
There's a lot less parity
to have the same 4, 5, 6.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. It's a lot less
South Carolina, Stanford, Connecticut, LSU lately, but it's expected to have the same 4, 5, 6 teams. This year is the first time that not one of the preseason top 10 made it to the Elite Eight, and for the first time ever, no team top 3 or better in any bracket has made it to the Final Four. So this is the crazy part about, yes, I was bored today, so I did a little reading, but this is insane how this season went. Hell, your number one, North Carolina, didn't even make it to the playoffs.
Right.
So while saying all that, the women have been more consistent in who's going to be at the end. That's the only point I'm trying to make.
Yes,
so the men is a wild card, and you can blame it on the NBA doing a one and done. You could blame it on the NBA. You don't have to go to college anymore.
Nope,
LeVar Ball just advocated for Bronny to go to Australia for the season, instead of going to college. So they have way more options than college.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like I told you guys the other day, Bronny James is scheduled to make $7.2 million next year.
And NIL.
NIL deals.
Right.
What do you need college for?
Right. And I mean, because he was only gonna go for a year anyway, so it's like, what's the purpose and what's the point? But like you said, it's a toss
up. Now that you brought that, since you brought that up, they kind of shot down the whole lowering the age limit.
Right. So it's one and done is go be there for
a
bit
there for a while,
in the NBA. Right. And speaking of the NBA, and you talking about people in the college teams who they started out number one and they didn't even make the playoffs. A team that has broken their playoff drought of 16 years is the Kings. Did y'all see that happening this year? Or
I
I'd be
Yes
lying
and
if
no.
I say I saw it.
Yes and
But
no.
as the season went on, that Kings team is young and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be lying if I told you at the beginning of the year that the Kings would make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
I will caveat what you said, Fleck, and I will say that the reason they weren't expected is not a knock on the Kings. We just thought the West would be more stacked.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we're in agreement on that one. Like, we knew the Kings would be good. We saw how they finished last year. They looked good. And, picking up Sabonis, they trading out Halliburton. That was a big deal. We would kind of scratch our heads a little bit, but it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
And Sacramento has done great things. Buddy Hield, gone, and then De'Aaron Fox has definitely taken over, doing everything he needed to do. He's an all-star.
Keegan Murray.
Yes.
The number 4 pick, that was he's been huge for him. So, like you said, Sabonis has been huge for him. Like, I think that was like one of the underrated deals of the year. Them getting Sabonis.
They had 2 all-stars. It's crazy. Sabonis and Fox. And
Right.
usually teams can't even get one. So that tells you how good this team is.
Yeah, the team. Whew, I definitely didn't think the team was gonna be that good, but the Western Conference has been a crap. Outside of Denver,
They're slacking.
They
Yeah,
are
I
slacking
was about to
right
say,
now.
they're coming back to earth too.
Yeah, because they ended up without.
They lost last night.
They lost to the Pelicans last night without Joker. I mean, you don't have Jokic and you just forget how to play. They legit. The only person who hit a 3-point shot in that game for Denver was Jamal Murray. He hit 4 of them. Everybody else, they was like 0 for 15, I want to say.
They'll still get the number 1. They'll still be number 1 because they're up like 3 games with like 5 or 6 games left.
Yeah, they're up 3 games on Memphis. So
here's what concerns me when it comes to the Kings. To go back to your question, they're pretty much a lock for number 3. Okay, given it's only a week and a half, 2 weeks.
They're only a couple games behind Memphis, though.
They're 2 games, but Memphis is back to being Memphis again with John Morant back in the lineup. So we're assuming. Let's get the Kings to 3. Let's just say that. Let's get the Kings to 3. Now, your number 6 teams is either going to be Golden State, Phoenix, and quite possibly the Lakers if they went out.
Or the Clippers, because the Clippers are right there at, I think, 5.
the Clippers are.
I think the Clippers will drop because they don't have either Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. And Russell Westbrook is actually playing a damn good basketball without them. But I don't see the Clippers hanging on. I think they'll fall to 7 in the play-in tournament. Just me being me, But do you think the Kings could beat the Golden State Warriors in the 7-game series?
Well, with and the same with Memphis, with Dylan Brooks, Draymond, he's 1 tech away from being suspended. So
he got that tech against the Pelicans. So
but don't after everyone after that, it's a suspension.
It's a game, yeah.
Yeah, every tech after that, it's a suspension.
So,
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at.
Once you get to the playoffs, though, it resets. You have, I thought it was 6 or something like that, and then
I think it resets in the playoffs. I think,
yeah, it resets.
I think so.
I'm not sure how many it is, but
these are regular season. Yeah, this is a regular season suspension. But I'm scared that Sacramento may not be able to beat a healthy Golden State or a healthy Clippers or a healthy Phoenix. That's my only concern.
And that's the question, though. You said a healthy Phoenix. How healthy is Phoenix going to be going into the playoffs? Yeah, you just got KD back from a sprained ankle, which he was out for like a month and a half after rolling his ankle. But Chris Paul is still about to be, almost 40 or whatever, and his back still ain't right. Devin Booker probably still not right fully. So how healthy are they really going to be going into the playoffs? Are the Suns going to be limping into the playoffs? Yeah, they seem like they're healthy on paper, but I'm not 100% positive, and I can't throw my support behind them being healthy going into the playoffs.
Well, they got these next 2 weeks to figure it out. Obviously, I think the end of the season is the 15th or something like that.
Yep.
So getting KD back obviously is a big deal. Maybe getting KD back arrests Devin Booker and Chris Paul towards the playoffs. Maybe. So I would if I'm the coach or the general manager, I'm telling you, hey, bench Booker one day and Paul the next. Get these guys, healthier, because we all know Chris Paul is one hit away from missing a playoff game or two, because he gets hurt every playoffs.
He does. He'll really be in the speed walking championships. He keep going like he's going.
That commercial was hilarious, by the way.
It really is. It really is hilarious the way he looked at dude in his eyes.
Yeah, he did.
But that being said, if they rest, if they bench Chris Paul and Devin Booker and they start losing, how long can you keep them benched? Because if you start losing, you don't want to slide to where now you losing position.
Well, you're not doing it to lose. Obviously, you're still playing. You play to win the game.
Right.
Got it. Herm Edwards. Got it. But what I'm saying is, you don't bench both of them.
Alternate them.
Right, yeah. Right. No, I hear what you're saying, but if you alternating them and you not winning, do you do something about that? Do you?
I mean, there's only like 5 or 6 games left in the regular season.
It is. You're right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they're only half a game and a half, 2 games back of the play-ins if they slide that far. But I mean, there's only 5 or 6 games left.
Right. So it should.
So you got to do what you got to do to avoid that play-in tournament.
Yeah, you do. In other news, where is Dallas? Did they just fall completely off the earth?
Well, to quote Kyrie Irving, this is a clusterfuck. End quote.
They fell off.
Now we don't know if he meant the playoffs or the team.
That's your boy.
I can't talk when we're talking about him.
You can talk.
You think I have a vendetta against him?
I don't think you have a vendetta against him.
He's proven my point. He's proven my point. Every team he goes to, whether it's him directly or indirectly, that team just like blows up for whatever reason.
I don't know what the hell going on, because all of a sudden, I think it's that Sage he like to burn in the arena, because all of a sudden now Luka he's staying hurt. He don't know what the hell going on. It's all kind of stuff. And now I saw a thing, and I know it's not true, but it was funny to look at. It was a proposed trade for him to go to the New York Knickerbockers.
Just hilarious. Stop it.
I'm just saying it was a proposal. I know it's fake. And I know the Knickerbockers don't want to take Kyrie Irving, but I'm just saying.
We, the media and the world, are at the point with Kyrie Irving where we don't know what teams are seeing. If I'm being honest, we don't know. Like, he's obviously a superstar. Well, he's a star, not a superstar. He's a star. But we don't know what teams are seeing to give up. Okay, so first I'm going to say, stop looking at trades, Jimmy. He's a free agent after the season. Okay? So stop looking at trades. Ain't no trade happening. He's going to sign whoever he wants to sign with at this point. And then we'll see what happens there, because it's going to be his pick to go where he wants, obviously.
And we all know what
choice. The Lakers don't want him at this point.
They got D'Angelo Russell also.
But
where does he end up?
I don't know.
Is he gonna have to take a 1-year deal on?
He definitely gonna have to take a prove me deal, but I know
But there's nothing wrong with his game, though.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with his game, but he has bad juju attached to him.
That's where the prove me deal come in at, because you go to a team and they just fall off the cliff. No, dude.
No, but then you blame the team. You don't blame Kyrie Irving.
Well, there's got to be something going on when Kyrie get there. It's almost like the Kardashian curse. At this point, you get involved with a Kardashian and just your whole life just upended. I don't know what's going on.
It's not even always him directly, because as far as I know or can tell, he hasn't really done anything out of character in Dallas.
No, they just not winning. He hasn't. He hadn't done anything. They just can't seem to put together 2 nickels down there. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. It was all good just a week ago, I guess.
I guess. I hear tell Dame is not happy in Portland, and he's looking to be not there next year. So
I do see Dame Lillard finally moving on from Portland. Mainly because both sides are saying it publicly that it's time for Dame Lillard to move on.
Yeah.
So I do expect, but the question is, he's still in the contract, so there's a trade in the works somehow, somewhere. So I'll go back to Flex question. Actually, I'll go back to your question since you want to look up trades, Jimmy. Who trades for Dame Lillard?
I didn't look up
for Dame.
Either or, who trades for Dame Lillard?
For Dame, there'll be a list because Dame
it's a list.
He's a difference maker.
Yeah.
He's not making much of a difference on that Portland team for whatever reason, but Dame himself could be the piece to put a team over the top.
Right.
But he has to have the right other pieces with him, though. You know what I mean?
Right. Now,
can I answer my own question, Jimmy, before you speak?
Yes.
I'm going to ask another question, and I'm going to ask you, do you see the Pelicans putting a package together for Dame Lillard and reuniting him with CJ McCollum?
I could see them trying to do that. It just depends on what they're looking for. Now, if they asking for Brandon Ingram, the answer is going to be no. But if they asking for
what is just a first round pick?
If it's a first round pick,
first round pick that belongs to the Lakers.
If it's a first round pick, they have 3 of them, so obviously they'll give that up. So
would you? Okay, I guess this becomes the question: would you want to see him reunite with CJ McCollum when they did absolutely nothing in Portland together?
Well, it was just them two in Portland.
Oh, they made the playoffs.
They did. They made the playoffs, but it was just them two.
But how often did you say Portland is a contender when they had Lillard and McCollum?
But that's what I'm saying. Who they had Lillard and McCollum. If he come to New Orleans, they got Lillard, McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Zion when he not hurt.
There is no way Portland is going to let Dame go to New Orleans without you giving up something out of that core.
I'm saying 2 firsts. Portland is a complete rebuild. They said they are going to rebuild next year. Why not start?
They would have 3 first round picks.
I'm going to say it this way. They would be dumb as hell to just let Dame go for 2 first round picks, and that's it.
But they'll probably ask for something like a Herb Jones or a Dyson Daniels.
In the NBA, 2 first rounders isn't the
2
same.
2 first rounders, Alvarado, and that's the dude you just said. Oh, hell.
In the NBA, first round picks outside of like maybe the top 5 or 6 mean nothing. They're crapshoots after that.
Name not.
I understand that, but again, if the management is staying in public, we are going full rebuild. Then why not take 2 first round?
Get the first round picks. Dyson Daniels,
first rounds, Jacob Alvarado, and a big man. You not start completely over with that.
Because
the Pelicans not giving up Alvarado though. They're not about to give him up.
No, that's what you say, but you will for Dame Lillard.
I would. The city would revolt on them because they love to bring Alvarado down here.
If I'm Portland and you call me with that, I'm hanging the phone up.
But if I call you with 2 first round picks, Dyson Daniels in either Willie Hernangomez or Jackson Hayes, you will take that.
Who are these? Who are okay? Let me ask you this then. Who are these first round picks coming from?
The Lakers and the Bucks.
I don't want either one of them because they're not going to be they're going to be garbage picks anyway. They won't even fall in the lottery.
But the thing is, depending on how things work out, the Pelicans pick might be higher than the Lakers pick, or might be lower, should I say?
They trade the Pelicans pick and the Lakers pick. They might be picking back to back in the 20s. Okay, then you have the first round. You already have Portland's first round pick, which might be a lottery top 5.
Right.
And then you trade for. I know you keep avoiding his name, but you can't take a Damian Lillard and not trade Alvarado because that's what it's probably going to take. And then either Jackson Hayes or Herman Gomez. That's a legit trade. That's not trying to get over.
And like I said, Dyson Daniels can be put in that pick because he's a rookie this year. So now he's at the point at the end of the season he can be put into trade talks.
I don't know who Dyson Daniel is. I'm just being honest on that one.
He's the other little Aussie. He looks sort of like Jackson Hayes. He's scared to shoot sometimes.
If I'm Portland, that's not enough for me. That's all I'm saying.
They'll take it.
No, they won't.
Portland right now, I think, will take what they can get. And then on top of that, his contract is off their books.
Say that again. No, say that again. Say what you just said again. Portland will what?
Will take what they can get.
And Dame Lillard has value. His game still has value.
I understand what you're saying.
So
I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is that's a good trade to New Orleans.
That's a good starter. That's a good starter.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Hey. I got OKC on the phone. Hold up.
OKC got what?
OKC got 7,000 first round picks.
Trade Chet Holmgren?
And another piece New Orleans will probably try to add in there, or Portland would ask for, is Trey Murphy.
Stop.
I got OKC on the phone. I'll call you back.
Bro, Trey Murphy, I don't know what the hell been going on, what he been eating, but that little boy, shit.
Okay, what if I'm calling you for Dame Lillard and I want Zion?
Okay, yeah. You're Portland now.
Yeah, I'm countering Portland.
Are you asking for Zion?
What?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know what they would do.
Are you asking me as Portland, or are you asking me as New Orleans, or are you even asking me at all, or are you talking to Jim? Who are you talking to?
What are you talking about right now? You OKC? You OKC?
No, I'm Portland. I'm on the phone with OKC.
I'm just saying, if I'm Portland, I'm not saying I'll take whatever. What I am saying,
see, that's where you threw me off at. We're both Portland.
Okay, so here's another name I'll throw out there, and it's very possible. What if I call Philly and say, let me get Harden, which I wouldn't do if I'm Portland.
Nope.
But who? Okay, back to you, Fleck. Back to you, Fleck.
Portland.
You are Portland. No, you're Portland. You are Portland.
I'm Portland.
You make the trade. What do you think is fair?
No, I'm not gonna put my business in the street. I want offers to come to me, and I'll let you know if they're good enough.
I think they should send them to Boston and take Jason Tatum.
Jaylen Brown.
I'm hanging the phone up.
Actually,
but look, no, hold up. But what I would do if I'm Boston, it's obvious that Jaylen Brown is fed the fuck up right now. Excuse my language. It's obvious that he's fed up right now.
Right.
That's what I was going with it.
We can talk Dame for
That's what I was going with.
We can talk. Yeah. We can do that. We can talk.
That's where I was going with it.
Jaylen Brown, he's upset with Boston right
now. So
you
think that's gonna be a straight up trade?
I don't know if it's
You think that's gonna be a straight up trade?
I don't think it'll be a straight up trade. I think Boston will give up like 3 seconds or something.
Yeah, I was about to say we'll throw some seconds in there to sweeten the deal, but Jaylen Brown is a all NBA talent by himself.
And it's going to be a signing trade.
And he's only 5? Like he's still young.
I don't know.
That's what I was just about to go with. That's why I asked you, why not call Boston and ask for Jaylen Brown? Jaylen Brown wants out of there. He's done.
As Boston, I'm listening to that because, like you said, and I agree with that. I'm a Celtics fan. Jaylen Brown is in his feelings. He's in his feelings right now with Boston.
Yeah.
He's kind of ticked off with Boston right now.
I know one team that's not gonna call Boston and ask him for Jaylen Brown. That's probably gonna be the Dallas Mavericks, because the only piece that they're trying to trade, I don't think they want him back.
Oh no, Kyrie ain't coming to Boston. I know another team that ain't gonna call Boston either. Milwaukee, after what happened.
Woo, that 41 points. You know what, Milwaukee? Was there people even playing?
That
Middleton
game,
got hurt, but it was a blowout in the first quarter.
who got hurt?
Middleton.
Yeah, but the game was already over by the time.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. It was over in the first quarter.
They were already up like 30 when he got hurt.
That was just terrible. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all need to go sit down somewhere, drink some milk.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum had 70 combined points, and they didn't even play at all in the fourth quarter.
But you trying to trade him?
Because I know he wants out of Boston.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
I mean, get something for him. Don't let him leave for free.
Right, because I mean, that's always the
I know he wants to be gone.
It all started, a little history lesson. Jaylen Brown's feelings got hurt when his name was out there for KD. It started then, and then it went downhill from there. So this was in the offseason when KD said, trade me, and immediately Boston's people was like, how about Jaylen Brown? So from then on, they didn't recoup that relationship. That relationship wasn't fixed. They put Band-Aids over it. They made jokes. But Jaylen Brown is definitely in his feelings, and he doesn't see himself. He doesn't feel that Boston even wants him. That's his words, not mine.
Here's the thing, though. You're not better than Kevin Durant, Jaylen Brown. So if they're offering you for him, I mean, that's the same thing. Brandon Ingram could have took that same mentality. Oh, they don't want me here. I mean, you take that as motivation and kind of as a compliment to say they're thinking I'm sort of on the level, so they might trade me for him. The Brooklyn might say, yeah, let me get him because he can help our team. But it's a business at the end of the day, dude. So you can't sit there and get mad. Oh, they wanted to trade me for something. So it's a damn business.
I think
how they handle it.
I think also he feels like, and right or wrong, he feels like they didn't want me, and he's in Jason Tatum's shadow. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that combination is like he wants to be the man, and as long as Jason Tatum is there, he's not gonna be the man. He's gonna be one of the men, but he's not gonna be the man.
That's why they call it the big three. That's stupid. And he's not gonna be successful on his own if that's what he's trying to do. That's
oh no, he could be as long as he's in the right situation.
Yeah.
Huh?
But you just said it, situation, which means he needs another superstar.
Exactly. He going
I don't
about
know
it the wrong way.
He needs another star. I'm not even gonna say he needs another superstar. He needs another star. But he can create his own shot. He can put the ball in the basket. At the end of the day, that's what you want him to do.
Has he played without without?
There's been games where he played without Tatum. Yes,
Tatum. And what did he do?
When Tatum hurt his shoulder, yeah, it was. Yeah.
What do you do?
He's averaging 27 points.
Same numbers.
Yeah.
Without Tatum?
That's what I said. He could be the man on another team, but he's gonna have to have another. I mean, the NBA period.
Did they win?
Working. You're gonna have that secondary star.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to carry all of that load by yourself.
Exactly, and that's what he need to realize. You on a team where somebody else is the star. You're not about to be the star, dude. So either you leave or you just you get on that team. It's a team ball, man. It's 5 of y'all.
But that's the thing. He's 1B. But that's the thing. He's 1B to Jason Tatum's 1A. So it's not like he's number 2. He's 1B to Jason Tatum's 1A, but he wants to be 1A. Rightfully slow, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But
no, it ain't right.
Even LeBron,
because Jason Tatum's averaging 31, and Jaylen Brown's averaging 25, 26.
Bro, look, let me tell you something. If us three is on a team and we winning, I can give two shits less who averaging more points. If we winning and we about to go get a chip, all right, you getting 31, you getting 32, and I'm getting 14. Okay, guess what? We balling out together.
We are, but let me tell you something that's changed in the NBA. One person gets a super max extension, while the other one just gets a max extension. The extra $40 million is a big deal. I would say $40 million is a big deal, period. But that little bit extra, like Jason Tatum will get 4 years, $220 million, while
But
Jaylen Brown to get 182.
But if Jaylen Brown makes one of the 3 All-NBA teams this year, he's eligible for it.
Yeah, you just have to make one of those teams. And truth be,
will he make one of those 3? Probably not.
Good, but
he's in a position to where he could.
Right. Let's be honest though. Is Jaylen Brown better than Jason Tatum?
No.
I think they're on the same level, and that's me.
But
I think they're on the same level.
You think they're on the same level? Most people would say no. He's trying to make it seem like he's the better option, and he wants to be number 1. You're not the better option.
See, if you would ask me if he was a better option, then that's where I would tell you no.
Right, but
I mean, you got.
If he ain't the better player, then why ain't the better option?
Huh?
I'll ask you, Fleck. If he ain't the better player, then why isn't he the better option?
Because I think they're about equal. You might have Jason Tatum here and Jaylen Brown right there.
Because you even said it yourself. You called Tatum 1A while Jaylen Brown 1B. I am dissecting your testimony, sir. We are in court right now.
But did I call him number 2? Did I say he's number 2 to Jason Tatum's number 1?
I'm just saying they're not 50-50, according to your testimony.
Okay, they're 51-49.
Okay. That means one is clearly better.
One is clearly better.
You asked me if I got $51 and I got $49, I'm the $2 that are missing. Is that much?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, because if you go to the store and need something for $50 and you ain't got nothing for $49, you can't get it.
I'll give me a Snicker bar and a pack of bubble yum. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
If you got $51 and you go in the store for something for $50, you ain't got enough because you got to pay taxes.
I can get a pack of, I get one more Snicker than he can.
No matter, because guess what? I still got $51 and you ain't got $49. I still got big
my point though. That's what Jaylen Brown is thinking. Why is he getting 51? I'm gonna get 49. And
I'm agreeing with that. And that's what I'm agreeing with that.
I don't know how we got off on this tangent.
But all I was saying was,
I don't know why we got stuck on. All
I was saying was, it's not like Jason Tatum is, 80 and Jaylen Brown is 20.
Okay, I'm gonna change the subject. But I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay on
down the rabbit hole
here. Yesterday, LeBron James said that he's definitely playing with his son. Seeing how we're talking about teams trading, going here, how can that happen?
That's not news. That's why he keeps signing 1 and 2 year contracts, because
his contract is up at the time that Bronny goes into the draft. Bronny gets drafted to, hell, let's say the Indiana Pacers. Bron is signing with the Indiana Pacers.
He's signing wherever his son gets drafted to, 100%.
I might, you know what?
What team is going to tell LeBron, no, we don't want you?
Because he go sign for a vet minimum. He not going to sign for big money because he's only going to play 1 year.
Even if he signed for more than a vet minimum, what team is going to tell LeBron no? Because as much crap as we talk about LeBron, he puts butts in seats.
He does. So he go sign wherever
Kyrie gets rid of those butts in seats because he's been kicking out people left and right lately. Just want to go back to where we started. See how it went full circle?
It did. It went full circle. Speaking of full circles, because it make either a letter or make a number, and that number is now officially being able to be used in the NFL, with the number of players saying that they want to change their number to 0 and they want to be Agent 0. How y'all feel about that?
Don't care.
I mean,
Calvin Ridley's already switched his number.
Yeah, he switched his. Michael Parsons said he wanted to do it, but then some Parsons, whatever his name is, I don't care about the Cowboys. But one of the other ones already got it.
Jerron Curse took it.
He said one of the other ones.
so fun.
Javon or Jerron, some Curse took it.
Yeah, Javon.
Mad about that. He said he wanted that 0.
Yeah,
he just wasn't fast.
They wanted to fight. He was gonna fight about that.
Yeah, I could care less.
Yeah,
I mean it's a number.
Honestly, I thought 0 been there, but nobody wanted it. I didn't know what was happening. When they announced it, I was like, "What? That don't make."
Well, I knew it wasn't there because, like you said, nobody's worn it. So right. I knew it wasn't there.
Just like, all right, it wasn't.
But I mean, I don't even know why that was, newsworthy
Slow
sports week.
It came out of the owners meeting. Also, what came out of the owners meeting is now teams can play. They're eligible to play more than one Thursday night football game, and players have seemed to have been.
Players do not like that at all, and I cannot blame them.
I can't blame.
Why do I want to keep getting the short weeks?
I feel like that's been happening to some teams though. I feel like last season
Cowboys played 2 Thursday night last year because they had the Thanksgiving game.
They had the Thanksgiving game and they had another one.
Thanksgiving don't count.
Well, Thanksgiving is a Thursday. It's still
I know, but they play every year on Thanksgiving.
Right.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Maybe they shouldn't have scheduled the other one.
But it was other teams that played. I think the Saints played 2 Thursday night games too.
No, it wasn't, because the other one was against the Titans, and that was in December. That was in almost Christmas time when they played. I was going to go to that game.
What I'm saying,
somebody played back Thursdays.
That was the Saints.
Nope, not this year.
I know it wasn't the Cowboys because their other Thursday night game was against the Titans, and
I think it was the Bills. They played the Lions, and they played somebody else. I think it was the Bills. They played the Lions, and then somebody else. Back to back. But either way, Halloween, Thanksgiving counts. Is it fair?
I see what you're saying, but they play. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you got me with that one. I can't really argue that.
Now, if you go from having a Thursday night game this week to having a Monday night game the next week, that might be somewhat different. But now you have to deal with the other team who you playing on Monday night. They just played Sunday and you played Thursday, so now they complaining that you got more rest than they did.
But that's dumb too, then, because why? Why?
All right, so
I'm saying because there are teams that play on Thursdays anyway.
Right. What I'm saying is you play on Thursday, and your next game after playing on Thursday is the Monday night game, so you don't have a short week, or you play on Monday and then you play the following. I don't know. You just confused the shit out of me, dude. Look, either way, it's dumb to have all these Thursday night games because you're putting people on short weeks for no reason. It's bad enough you got multiple Saturday games now.
Amazon is paying for it.
I mean,
and then they and I'm glad they shot this one down. They were talking about being able to flex you into a Thursday night game.
Let me tell you something.
So imagine playing on Sunday and then they'd be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're playing Thursday instead of next Sunday."
Let me tell you something. No, my team is going home. We're not doing this. That's ridiculous.
But they also said they wouldn't play 17 games of the season, but yet here we are.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, it is they playing really the same amount of games. The only thing they did was just take away a preseason game. So they really playing the same amount of games.
But in the preseason, how much do your starters play in the preseason?
They took out the last preseason game. The last preseason game is the one where the starters normally play.
They don't play the whole game.
It don't matter.
They play the first quarter, first half.
Look,
back in the day, it used to be 4 preseason games. Week 3 was the time where the starters get their act together. But now
and then week 4 they didn't play. But either way, they getting paid millions of dollars to go out there and play a game that we enjoy watching. So play your damn game. You only got 18 weeks, bro. Go play.
I got a question. What is all the ports matter?
All the ports matter.
The ports?
All the ports matter.
What ports?
You know,
like
that port,
Newports, the port on by the beach,
USB ports.
I don't know. I just
all the ports
where the ship sail into.
Either way,
congratulations, Q.
That's retirement.
He's about
Let's
to
go,
retire.
Q. Get that retirement, baby. Get that paperwork.
Now he can be what he always is, an angry old man.
Speaking of retirement and angry old men in retirement, the commanders, they have two fully funded $6 billion bids that have been submitted. I didn't know the first one was fully funded. I knew the one from Canada, but I didn't know the one with Magic Johnson.
Yeah, the one with Magic is fully funded too.
Nice.
That's because they all put their own money in. There was like, but it's like 6 people. Do you want 6 owners or do you want one owner?
I don't know, but that cat from Canada go take the team to Toronto.
They're about to be wrapped into the NFL.
All
right. Hell, the 4 of us, if we had the money, we could.
I'm
over with you.
I'm fine with that. When I say, does the league want to deal with 6 owners?
I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have one that they're gonna label as the majority owner. Somebody's gonna put up a little bit more money than the rest,
right?
And they will be the majority owner.
Yeah, you never see Magic Johnson in the Lakers,
right. or the Dodgers
boardroom,
right?
You know, we're speaking for them, but he's owner of all of them.
He's the owner, yeah.
Part owner.
I'm trying to figure out why you said if we had $6 billion, sir. Excuse you. You don't know what's in my pocket. It ain't $6 billion.
But if I have $6 billion and you're not bidding on the Commanders, you're just selfish right now. Then.
Yeah, but see here,
I wait for the price drop.
But one of us will only have 51, while somebody else have 49. See how that works?
But we put it together, that's 100.
But still, that means I'm better. If I got 51 and you got 49,
and I'm okay with that. Y'all are not going to pull me back. Y'all are not going to pull me back into that. I'm okay with that.
That's why Jaylen Brown still wears a mask. Ain't nothing wrong with his face. He's just hiding from plain sight. That's all he's doing right now. But hey, what if they move the team to Canada? He can.
That'd be dope. Let me tell you something.
They usually have a contract with the state or the city, but once that expires, you can up and leave when you want.
And
they'd be like the Raptors of the NFL.
I don't see them letting that DC-based team. I say DC-based because I know that they don't actually play in DC. That DC-based team, I don't see them letting them move to Canada.
Well,
you can't tell me I can move my property too. This is my property.
Yeah, but don't the other owners have to vote on that? Isn't that what happened with St. Louis moving back to LA? They have to vote on that. It's not just you can up and move them when you want to.
Oh, so that must have happened after the Colts did their thing, right?
It's true, but money always talks. If you say I'm gonna pay this much to the city, I'm gonna pay this much to the league, they always vote your way anyway. So if that guy got $6 billion moving to Canada,
right? I got $6 billion.
I just give y'all a split $1 billion, and then just let me move the team to Saskatchewan or something. Right. I don't know.
I know y'all tired of coming to Washington. We trying to put a whole new face on this thing. Moving to Toronto.
I went to both stadiums. I went to both stadiums, and the Ravens Stadium is closer to DC than the old RFK was in Washington DC. But when they moved to the new one, it's way further away in DC. And I was just there 2 years ago, so it was further away in DC. So maybe they want them gone. You know, maybe they want the ghost of Daniel Snyder to be gone.
Yeah, I don't see that team moving.
Yeah, it could. Oh well, no one cares.
And I guarantee you, like, one of the stipulations of whoever end up buying it is that they're not going to try to move the team for X amount of years. I guarantee you.
Yeah, they'll probably talk 7 years. They'll probably talk 7 years. That's usually where you renew your contracts from 7 to 10 years with the city or the stadium. Because what people first thing they always want to do is get money to build a new stadium.
Yep.
So when they go in there, they usually have a contract 7 to 10 years. And hell, Buffalo been trying to move forever because they won't put money into that team as far as the stadium. They've been at Rich Stadium for God knows how long, Orchard Park. And they want either a new stadium or the Buffalo's gonna be gone. So that's something else to look into.
Buffalo's already in Canada.
Buffalo's closer to Canada, so just want that out there.
They're already in Canada, so
now that's the one that you need to just go and push into Toronto. Because nobody cares about Buffalo.
Yeah, no one cares.
just go nudge them on over the border.
They up there jumping them.
All you gotta do is flick them in. From Buffalo to Toronto. Just flick them.
Yeah, just suplex somebody through a table real quick because that's what they like to do. Speaking of, y'all know what tomorrow is? Y'all know what this weekend is? It's WrestleMania
weekend. It's a real Final Four weekend. We talked about
jump off weekend.
He said we already talked about it.
It is Final Four weekend because WrestleMania is about to be trash. I said what I said. Yo,
Well, that's why I got me a WrestleMania haircut. I'm ready to,
I mean, it's dope. It's dope. I like it. My haircut
Hold on.
don't come till tomorrow.
So you threw me off when you said it earlier. I'm getting a WrestleMania haircut. I'm like, wait, what?
It's a thing.
I usually try to throw a party, invite people over,
Mine coming tomorrow, so it's all good.
hang out, because sitting on the couch for like 6 hours a night, 7 hours, you doze off every blue moon.
Nah, that's dead. I ain't doing all that.
But if you have people come over, that's different.
If I go to sleep, I'm gonna just watch the rest of that shit tomorrow. That's how I feel about it. Amir, see, the thing that threw Fleck off when you said WrestleMania haircut is we're the only two that still gets haircuts. So he doesn't understand that notion.
I do apologize. I
that
really do.
Haircut notion to him is just foreign. He was like, "What? What's a haircut?"
I apologize,
What?
Fleck.
You know that was a thing.
I get haircuts. I just get it all cut off.
But
Yeah,
are you
give my
rooting for your
face up,
brother
man.
against Brock Lesnar though?
Yeah, you excited for that?
Let's go through the card and see what we got.
All right.
Let's go through the
I
card
don't
and see
really
what we
care.
got.
I'm just excited to see your brother take on Brock
Let's
Lesnar.
go through the card
For
and see
the
what we
first
got.
time in a long time, I honestly don't care about WrestleMania. I care for the main event, but I do not care about WrestleMania. I really
Let's go
don't.
through the card and see what we got.
All right, well, pull up the card.
We got a few minutes to kill. Huh?
Pull up the card.
I got it
Well,
right
we
here.
got the first match: John Cena, Austin
I
Theory.
got it
That's the
right here in
first
front of me.
Pull it up then. Talk about it.
I got it right here in front of me.
Talk about it then.
Cena and Theory. Who you got?
Obviously, Cena's gonna do the honors for Theory. They're not gonna put the U.S. title back on Cena right now. So obviously, he's just gonna do the honors for Theory and kind of boost him up a little bit.
Mir, who you got?
I'm going to the bathroom.
As a bathroom match.
First match, I'm going to the bathroom. Okay, first match, right off the back.
Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about it.
Right.
I'm gonna let it go. Go ahead, Jim.
What? I thought you was talking.
Go.
No matter.
Obviously, we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm saying we can go through the card. I'm telling you, I don't care.
I understand.
WrestleMania.
That's what I said. It's okay.
Cody Rhodes will not beat Roman Reigns. I will say that.
I'm looking forward to that match. Let's talk about that briefly.
They've had a good build up because the one thing WWE will not do is build up the women's division. So the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns match, that they had great build up to that. The promos have been out of this world with Heyman and Cody going back and forth, and I think it's gonna be a real good match. But I don't think they're gonna take the titles off of him just yet. I do think at some point Cody will be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns, but it's not gonna be at Mania. What?
All right, well, LSU's up 3 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Yes,
Half.
they have quarters in women's basketball.
They have quarters. That's weird.
Yeah, women's basketball has quarters. Men's basketball have halves. Women are from Venus and guys are from Mars or whatever. I don't know.
From Uranus, probably. I don't know. Either way,
I don't know. I've been as excited as I've been, and I have been watching as much live as I can. I just want to fast forward to the main event Sunday and watch Raw live because usually the first one after Mania is crazy. I hope the tradition carries on. Well, I'm buying into NXT show tomorrow. I think that's gonna be a good show.
what is the standard delivery?
Yeah.
Nick Khan was on First Take today, and to talk about Mania, I don't know. I mean, I'm not in their meeting, so I don't know.
I guess.
You know what? Whatever. Go ahead.
Okay.
Interrupted. Go ahead.
You brought up Nick Khan, and I guess we'll briefly talk about it. Did y'all hear Dean Ambrose on a podcast the other day? He said that the locker room was a clusterfuck, using Kyrie words. He says he's never seen so much drama behind the scenes.
Yeah, in AEW. No, I'm talking about Nick Khan, the WWE guy.
You talk about Tony Khan.
Tony Khan.
Okay, I just heard Khan. But yeah, I just heard Dean Ambrose thing last night, and he was cursing his ass off.
Yeah, I
on
saw
that.
that.
He hates it. He hates
John
AEW.
Moxley. That's what he does.
I saw that.
But he just resigned.
He's,
so
he's not too happy about AEW.
he just resigned though.
Just saying, he's not happy.
You don't get your money, but I mean,
either way. Speaking of getting money, let's talk about getting money. Then how about that? Did you want to finish talking about Tony Khan? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
go
off.
ahead. Nope, go ahead.
Talk about Tony.
Strike 3. Go ahead.
Ooh, I hate it.
Baseball. Strike 3. You saw what I did there? You're supposed to go.
I hate everything about him. But anyway, baseball. Speaking of getting money, because baseball do it, they don't have a salary cap. Yesterday was opening day.
We got some salary cap.
Huh?
They do have a salary cap. They just don't care about it.
About to say they don't care about that, so it don't count if they don't care about it, because they just be like, whatever. I'm gonna give you $600 million. Amir, Mr. Baseball, talk about your people.
I think you're insinuating my people being the Yankees, and the first at bat of the season, Aaron Judge hit it out.
Still juicing, but I was actually talking about your baseball players.
I am. I was. I still am.
He's still juicing, by the way.
After his 62 home run magical season last year, his first at bat led the way. But I guess the controversy that was leading into baseball, because players getting hurt during WBC, but then you got players getting hurt on the mound. Max Fried, or Fried, how you say it? I think it's Fried, got hurt pitching opening day for the Braves. So what is the difference between getting hurt pitching for the WBC exhibition or the first game of the year? Injury's going to happen, especially, you can't anticipate them unless they're coming back from injury. But Max Fried ain't.
Well, I mean, getting hurt in an MLB season is getting hurt doing what you're getting paid to do. And WBC is an exhibition. You're not getting paid to do that.
Well, it's not an exhibition per se, but you're playing for, just like the World Cup. These World Cup players, they're playing for. They got their own squads, right? They play for their own teams, and then they play for their country.
Right.
What's the difference?
But are you getting paid to do that?
The team gets paid, or the country gets paid.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure they divvy it up between the teams, but WBC does not get paid. I'm talking about the World Cup.
Right.
But WBC, no.
LSU up 16-13 after the first quarter.
Nice. But, I mean, in the MLB, you're getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars because, as you just said, they don't care about the salary cap. So that's what you're getting paid to do. If you get hurt doing that, is not as bad as you getting hurt playing in basically a glorified pickup game.
Well, okay. Say, for example, since you said glorified pickup game, the NBA allow their players to play in the Drew League, Rucker Park. All these on the off season. What's the difference?
I mean, and if one of them got hurt playing in it, it's going to be a big deal. They're going to make a big deal out of it. No, I'm not advocating either way. I don't. They want to keep
you guys are absolutely right. But I remember picking up my son and my back started hurting. So what's the difference between swinging a bat and pulling something and picking up my big head baby and get hurt? You know what? A player actually pulled their groin picking up a 2-year-old. That happened a couple seasons ago.
First of all, AJ go attack you with all the dinosaurs when he see you because you just called him big head like that. And I mean, freak accidents happen.
The video you put up of him today, that was hilarious. Was he watching TV?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
He spent hours in the clothes bin.
That was hilarious.
I mean, it was comfortable for him. That's how you do it.
He looked comfortable too.
That's how you do it. You got to live that life. I ain't mad at him.
But in baseball news, Jacob deGrom got his
one's an apple, the other is a Lego.
What?
Huh?
I assume he's talking about the WBC versus the actual season. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
You spent 20 cents on a Lego and $1,500 on an apple.
That one kind of came out of nowhere.
They did.
I guess.
Mr. Marshall, clarify. What are you talking about?
Clarity.
There's not much to say, but yeah, opening day was yesterday for the first time since 1979 that every team started on the same day. So that's an interesting fun fact.
What?
They struggled against the last place Nationals.
They didn't struggle. They won 7-2.
So,
he said the difference in swinging a bat and picking up his son. That's Apple Lego.
I'm more confused.
But you were saying every team started on opening day.
Yeah, first time since 1979. So that's interesting to look at. The story of this season will be who's going to sign Shohei Ohtani after this year, and will he be the first $500 million player
or $600 million?
I saw a report. Yeah, I was about to say I saw a report that the Dodgers might offer him $600 million.
Come on across town.
Crazy.
Just come on across the street real quick. We just want to talk to you.
Every team is in the hunt, obviously. He does want to stay in the big market. He wants to stay in California. So the Dodgers are the favorite, but I would throw out there the reason the Padres hasn't re-signed Juan Soto to an extension is because maybe they want to save that money for Shohei Ohtani. Mm-hmm. So remember, they gave up a lot for Juan Soto just to turn around.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I already got one in house. I'm gonna try to keep him happy because dude's a young superstar in his own right. He's not Shohei Ohtani because he can't pitch, but he's a superstar in his own right. Shit, if anything, I'm trying to get rid of Tatis.
Well,
I know that probably won't happen.
Tatis's contract, San Diego obviously paid him way before they're supposed to. They still had another season to extend him any contract. So they had this season and next season before he could get paid a long-term contract. Juan Soto is going to play next year on a probably $25 million salary arbitration. They still have Juan Soto, and they might still get Shohei Ohtani on a long-term deal. So imagine all of that on top of what San Diego spent this offseason.
Right.
I agree with Joe Marshall. I can only see him going to the Dodgers.
Right. And you saw what the Dodgers did this offseason, though. They most of the people, a lot of their people left. And whoever they did sign, because they didn't have a big splashy signing. Whoever they did sign, they signed on the 1-year deals. They gearing up for something.
Well, no, they're trying to get under the cap for the first time, and they still not there.
Yeah, they still the fifth highest. They're not the highest salary this year for the first time in a few years.
It's Mets, Padres, Dodgers, Mets, Padres, Yankees. Dodgers,
I think they're gonna really miss Trey Turner, though.
Huh?
I think the Dodgers. They're really gonna miss Trey Turner.
Yeah, they're gonna miss Trey Turner. And the reason they didn't re-sign Trey Turner, they signed somebody else, but Trey Turner wanted more than a 1-year contract, and they wasn't offering it to him. And his replacement.
They were only offering Trey Turner a 1-year contract.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
Exactly.
That's dumb.
They was trying to put all their stuff in the basket so they can go for something next year.
He's only getting paid $27 million.
Exactly. Why? I don't understand. But yeah, they were trying to sign him to a 1-year contract and basically talk him into, all right, well, let's do this 1-year thing, and then after we get Shohei, then we go get you for multiple years. But
and as everybody saw in the World Baseball Classic, Trey Turner is that dude. And what he did on his first at bat as a Philly, hit a triple.
Balled out, and I was mad.
He's that dude.
He is. It's all right.
So,
I'll tell you who did have a garbage debut with a new team. Freaking Sean Murphy with the Braves, 0-for-5. He looked sus behind. He looked sus at the plate yesterday.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you something that's not what it is. Please don't take it as hate, but
anytime you something with please don't take it as hate, it's about to be hate.
No, I'm trying to speak facts.
Hate.
Sean Murphy was considered an all-star, correct? He was an all-star.
Yeah. Yes.
But baseball, follow me now. Baseball is the only league that has it mandated
one from every
has to
team.
have one. There was nobody else in Oakland that was going to go to an All-Star game. Therefore, enter Sean Murphy. That makes he gets paid a little bit more just for the title of All-Star. And everybody now sees I signed an All-Star catcher, i.e. the Braves. And now here he is. Is he good? He's good. He is just not that dude that's going to
peanuts.
So they know he's not a for real All-Star.
They still got him for peanuts, though.
But on the flip side, we talk about the catcher, Sean Murphy. Let's talk about the catcher of the Baltimore Orioles, Adley Rutschman.
5 for 5.
6 at-bats, got on base 6 times, 5 hits, including a home run and a walk. And he is my fantasy catcher, by the way. I made sure I picked him up. But, hey, if the Orioles can stay hot, as long as they surpass the Red Sox, that's all I care. But they just don't have the pitching. Every one of their games is going to be like last night, 10-9. That's going to be the Orioles every game, 10-9. So
do you think Gunnar Henderson's going to win AL Rookie of the Year?
He can, but I'm betting on Anthony Volpe of the Yankees.
Of course you are.
Mo,
I don't even know why I asked that.
What? But you know I'm not a homer when it comes to my team. I don't even pick my team to win. But Anthony Volpe might be the real deal. He might be in New York, not stats-wise. Homegrown kid, New Yorker, born and raised, drafted. He could be, in the eyes of many, the next Derek Jeter. As far as being a hometown kid and doing what he does. If you think about it, Derek Jeter really wasn't statistically better than most shortstops. But you couldn't take away what he added to the Yankees. And I'm hoping to see that with Anthony Volpe. So I got Volpe. I think he might be a 285 hitter, which doesn't say much, but he might steal 40 bases.
That'd be it.
Hell, this year, I'm glad I said bases. Perfect segue. There was 21 stolen bases on opening day.
It's because the base is bigger.
21 stolen bases yesterday because of the rule changes.
It's easier to get to the damn base. It's 5 miles bigger.
But also, everybody can run after 2 pickoff throws. The pitcher can't throw over there more than twice. So the third time, everybody's been gone. Hell, Acuna was standing at second base while the pitcher was going through his delivery yesterday. I saw that live. I was like, he knew he wasn't going to throw over there. That's definitely an advantage for the runners, and that's what Major League Baseball wants this year. More speed on the base paths.
Right. How you feel about the new pitch clock? Real quick before we get out of here.
Good.
I like it for different reasons. I don't like it for the main reason. I am an old school baseball player. I don't want to be rushed up there. I have 7 seconds. Tell me I have 7 seconds to be ready as a hitter. Not fair at all. Yeah. That's what gets me. I do understand they're trying to the pace of play. Yesterday, it was up 21 minutes faster, the games. I understand what they're trying to do. And the exhibition season was 28 minutes. I get what they're trying to do. But if they instilled a 30-second clock all the way around, that would eliminate all the BS. For example, the Mets game, Jeff McNeil hit a foul ball. Pete Alonso didn't get back he was standing at first base. He couldn't get back to first base in time in the 7 seconds, and they called a strike on the hitter when it wasn't even his fault. That is insane to me. You can't do that to Major League Baseball players. This is a $1 billion corporation, and you're leaving it up to a pitch clock. It's not right.
Yep.
Agreed.
Well, Pete Alonso was slow as hell. He can't get to first to second in 7 seconds.
He said agreed. Well, we appreciate y'all jumping on here with us a little earlier today. We got some things to do. Life happens. Y'all know how that go.
You got some things to do. I ain't got no life.
I'm just going to drink some more.
I'm just saying that's the thing to do. See what I'm saying, Mr. Final?
Oh, yeah.
Do your thing.
I have seats saved at the bar. It's always that way every Friday.
That's terrible.
It's a thing.
That's horrible. Go to a meeting.
It's always Friday though. If I get drunk every Friday, it's not a big deal, right?
I mean, If it's only Friday.
Yeah, I've cut back during the week.
I installed a new Zoom thing on my camera, so that's what happened.
You said we have to let it play out this season so they can have the actual data to determine if it's effective or not.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm hoping, I am knocking on wood, I'm praying that they don't have a pitch clock for the playoffs. If they let it go for the playoffs, I'm fine.
Or they adjust the time.
Yeah.
But I know what they're trying to do. I like the fast pace, but I like the running on base. I like is a faster game. I do like it. But I don't like being a hitter and I have to be ready in 7 seconds.
Right.
That's my issue.
So get the data you need, and by the time playoffs get here, adjust what you need to adjust and see if it make it better. Well, like I was saying before, thank y'all for joining us a little earlier today. We know some people like baseball, football, and basketball, but here, all sports matter. We out.
Deuces.